What's up, everybody? We're back with more Final Fantasy XVI proper. Since last stream that I took over, at least, was the 16 crossover with 14. And as promised, we are going to start this one off by me attempting the S-rank hunt, Ruin Reawakened. Sanbreque legend tells of a dread dragon who set near half the realm alight with his torrid breath, before being sealed away behind a magical mist by Grieger herself. Some sources claim. It has long been forgotten which parts of the tale are true and which are mere myth. Recent reports of a great dragon's roar reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire are real enough. I think I know where this thing is, but we're gonna see. And obviously it's in Sanbreque. I'm trying to remember where. Get a Lost Wing first, and then we can just kind of teleport to the nearest one once we're there.
I'll be taking you all to a...
Because I distinctly remember... I think it might be here. Eastwatch, maybe. Let's try that first.
Come on. Yeah.
Maybe? Maybe not. No, it's not. God, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. So I just remember that it's like some off to the side, effectively an arena. It's just a matter of remembering where. Fuck it, I'm just gonna Google it just to be sure. Oh, okay, okay, I misunderstood something. I saw that part wasn't. I saw that this part wasn't filled in, but I assumed that was just like Care Norvin, but no. Chocobo.
Come on. Yeah.
Straight ahead. Dragon, where they go. I will say this is gonna be interesting. I'm not waiting around, especially when I'm not getting dodged in the ranged attacks. Oh. If I had known they'd gone down that easily, I would have just done that. This direction. I do wonder, just because I think the last S-rank hunt I did during this playthrough was the Iron Giant variant Atlas. Oh. And I do remember this guy is kind of fucked, so we're gonna see how this goes for me. You know, let's just save right here just to be safe. I guarantee it'll checkpoint me, but you know, just to be sure. Come out. There. Jeez. Spot it.
Found her. This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Oh god. Uh-oh. Oh god, why would you aim at that? Fine, I guess I'm shooting him up in the chin. I guess because the lock-on was technically for his head. Holy shit. Alright, I think the lock-on's doing more harm than good here. Oh god.
Nice try.
Oh. Big Nat. Right through the noggin. Okay, this is going much better than I thought it would be. Watch that, I've just jinxed myself. I guarantee it. Last dance. Yeah, I guarantee I just jinxed myself. Damn.
Nice try.
Got him. Okay, yeah, that went way better than I thought it would, and I leveled up. Fuck yeah. Well, I got a lot of skill points this one. Let's see, we got a calculus. Ooh, that's going to be very useful. Some stuff I can sell for gil.
Definitely not to be trifled with.
I do love that they. Oh, and I was there goes my chance to just talk about this while having a visual example. But I was going to say I do love how they make him much more visually distinct from the other dragons we encounter. All right, with that, let's hop back to the hideaway real quick, just so I can like trade in some stuff, and then we'll get to going about doing quests. Although, granted, I might have chosen a bad place to stop last time because I'm pretty sure each of those is going to unlock side quests. I'm almost guaranteeing it. All right, first and foremost, because we do have a lot of points. Interesting that some ultimates are more expensive to master than others. I wonder what that's about. So let's see. What if I... Also, just because I do like playing around with different icon abilities. Let's switch... Let's switch Bahamut with Odin. And then because we can now do this... First off, I do want to have at least one of Odin's abilities. Let's do Dancing Steel, and then Giga Flare.
Clive, if you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Oh, there we go. Sell all valuables. Dope.
Finished, are you?
And is that orichalcum by any chance one of the ingredients to the ultimate weapon? No, it's not. That's interesting.
Anything else?
Let's check.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
No, yeah, that wasn't. I mean, I did just collect one, so I guess that. Also, just so we have the satisfaction of seeing it completely crossed out. Yes. And I do love that we get a little bit of poster art for the mystery ones once we actually beat them. Same with, like, Atlas. 'Cause Atlas, I think, was the only other, at the moment, like, S rank. Yeah. Yeah, because the Mageth brothers were only A rank, which makes sense. Still, dope. Alright. Time to continue the story. But who to help first? Fuck it, Martha.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Oh my god, I didn't
What
think
I said
skipping
you've
the
been
line
attacked
would
by
cause
a
it.
Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fight... What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way. They were too fast.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you? Them not. Not a chance.
Oh, there.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
That'll never not feel cool as hell. God damn, not only did that fucker's bounty, like XP, push me over the edge of the next level, but it also almost has me up another. I didn't even notice that at first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift. But they got a pack of Akashics, and they got wounded with them!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them.
You look after everyone here. If any can still...
I will. You two.
Hold on, real quick, let's refresh
What
my
are you after?
healing items. God damn it,
Thanks
another
very
one that I
much.
somehow missed the first time around.
There you go. Much obliged. Mad dogs. The lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade!
Lord Rosfield. If you are...
Martha seemed to think you might need some help, and by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Oh god, it's an Akashic Adamantus.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. Finished.
God damn, this thing built sturdy. Shit. Let him get too far away.
Nice try.
God damn, he's still kicking. Like, I know the whole bit with the Adamantis is that it's like fucking built sturdy, but fuck. Like, that shit killed all of the other enemies that I hadn't even seen yet.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
My brothers.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there. Brothers.
That is a lot of goblins.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
That'll never not be fun as hell. Cashing chocobos, no! Nothing is safe. Yeah, that's funny. Oh. Okay, I guess short of level 5, it's directional.
Something's coming.
Oh, and now we got Armin and Killer Plants.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
God damn, so frustratingly close to another level up. Oh, I got the scarf from Sir Wade as a memento.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Oh no, he's Rodney's kid.
I wasn't aware the
Oh
Lord
no,
Commander had
nephew.
children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the Guardians are... I mean to say that, the...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
The real shame is, knowing how this goes, this just basically ends in Oscar standing outside my room at the hideaway. Alright. On to the next one. Let's go help out the Dom.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of
I
the
saw
wall.
it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood. And we're next.
I can't do it. I can't.
But you can.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
They're talking about the undead, the servants of Ultima.
Ultima's thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
More arrived from the capital this morning.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have...
Yeah, real quick, it's such a weird thing to see the castle behind them with the Mother Crystal gone. You can tell by the architecture of that castle and knowing how the Mother Crystal sat behind it that it was built in that shape to line up with the crystal, and so now that it's gone, it just looks so weird.
Left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with them.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
Jill getting
The survivors
fucking
speak of them,
fed
how
up
much
with
they appeared out of thin air.
Isabel's fucking flirty talk.
And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family.
I'm sorry, darling.
That thing?
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
We need to find out.
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Straight home now.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me!
God, again, it just always feels satisfying.
Save your strength.
It's over.
Damn, how many of y'all are there? Uh-oh. Fuck you. Fucking liches.
Nice try.
Shit. That was the worst timing. Fucking witches. Oh, again, literally just a hair away from a level up.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Come on. Damn it. Oh, wait, hold on. I got close enough to trigger the button, so now we are morally obligated to pet the boy. Alright, on stomach, yeah. The fuck? Move the body at least, goddamn.
Sid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep... Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
She's not buying it.
Just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they
God,
regrettably
Bluebore and Clive are terrible liars.
While I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike. She saw right through it. I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts
Well,
should
you
be
were
returning
not
shortly.
any better than I
Meet me
was.
back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Laying it on way too thick.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us. To me, Flames!
Come on, that has to be the level up. That's what we're talking about.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
I wonder if it says that because I already have no risk. No,
Come again.
Let me just
I
check
may have
before I
more.
accept it. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't losing anything important.
I wasn't expecting you back, Sam. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Joshua's awake.
Says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
And I take it then that Dion is still unconscious. Yup.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find the means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Oh, that's odd.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map.
Yeah, time is not on our side. We
This
don't need a lore
Through
dump.
Tabor should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
And that means... Oh, side quests. But also that means I can finally fucking... Ooh, ambulance. Equip Joshua's alt outfit. What do you got for us, Nectar? The pack. South of Tabor, so we'll probably encounter them along. Let's pick these up and also check out the alt outfit. Flashbang! Alright. Seriously, fading to white is a choice.
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help.
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after, my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having to, which almost certainly means they had...
Perhaps a visit from Sid.
I think it just... I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice, but they were in the atrium when I...
Oh, that blasted Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is you remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped?
Yvonne.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you...
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. So...
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Yvonne said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Well, that's a question for a scholar. Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, mate.
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if I can...
You do that.
Not to be outdone. Oops.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but she'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry.
Oh, thanks. You'll let me know what you...
Of course.
Hey, Caravan, Goots has something he wants to ask you. Let's take care of this first before we get moving.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't...
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should...
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed up.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way I see...
Well, then your work is already half done.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take response. Let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes. All right. Everything here, every piece has its own role to play, and each is, if even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces, the body. Its role is to support everything. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid?
I'll think about it.
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
Suddenly, Clive has turned into a kids show host.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry
That reminds me, I saw a clip of someone was
bangers, you
like
idiot.
talking to, I
Never
guess,
weighing stuff.
Steve from Blue's Clues was at a convention recently, and
Don't think he'd fit on that
a small
little
part of my like childhood self lost his shit when I saw him signing autographs
Holding the
with
pans up?
the
Well spotted.
fucking crayon from
Which
Blue's
means something
Clues.
must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mirador's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate...
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried...
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to... So, let's put...
Not a bad idea. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me...
Well, obviously you need to start with the body.
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. And then the arms hold the pans.
Very good.
There's a part left over.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right.
Her hair.
Yeah. Hair's for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we...
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Mirador.
You hear that?
Until then, though.
Hold on. Yep.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
He totally did. Look at these fucking kids. Fucking eyeballing me. Fuck off.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop until they slaughter you.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
God damn, everyone on this side of the fucking hideaway is awful gossip. One of these days.
Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul.
You're doing good trade, then.
What exact? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half
Fuck,
a
she's
care.
on to us.
But here you are today.
Just asking. All right.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me?
All I know is that someone in Dalimil...
And what? You believe it? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye, but that woman is no more.
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you...
Of course.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they work.
Oh, no,
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her, although I was the one who ended up teaching.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children are...
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the 3 of... She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been...
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events...
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life.
Oh.
And so should I.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
I forgot, this is like the section of the game where the side quests start to become really sad.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain.
Ah, Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one...
Best of luck, Clive, and do save me.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
I spoke with Lake that the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her...
Oh, I knew Nan wasn't... But why would people say she was?
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, that trader, he said they were all talking about her, so that's where I'm going. I'll find...
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading...
Oh, but that's...
Does it say there's another? Oh, from the reading table. First off, we got another little trinket for the shelf. Isn't this... Yeah, it's Sebastian, Byron's butler. Apologize for the sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other than to... English. And there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with the task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform this to his vaulted expectations. Namely, due to the marked lack of martial aptitude on my part, to wit, I am but a manservant and not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of the manor, to the attending of bandits and back alleys I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament. Okay, long story short, hey, I can't fight, come help.
Rutherford. Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Smooth like Butler. That's a good one. Alright, also, I believe... No, Oscar's not here yet.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Alright, looks like we can't continue those until we go to continue the story for a second. Fine by me.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others...
Clive, calm the fuck down.
Could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Guess I keep following.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
I don't rightly give a fuck what the Echoes want. Oh my god, sorry about that. Ah, fuck.
Nice try.
Oh. I was like, what the fuck? I'm just gonna keep moving, because I don't think there's really anything I can do about those guys.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
They killed the chocobos. Bastards. Hi there.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
The ether flood. It swallowed my own men. There's a village not far from here.
I'll go. You catch up. Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
It doesn't take a genius to spot the Aether Flood.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
What am I supposed to be looking for? Am I blind? Did I walk past this dude? There he is.
You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of. One of
Another survivor.
his wound.
He was right to send you. Though Staber is safe thanks to you. Here. You seem from...
You must have me confused.
Wait. Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there. In Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Nah, there's...
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it.
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not...
Man. Like you.
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Well, that was depressing.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Jesus. Y'all, seriously?
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, But I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic.
How stupid are you, dude?
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Yeah, sure.
Enough.
Try to imprison the dominant of Odin. That's gonna go well. Yeah, look at that.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound.
So they literally are only attacking the city to get to Mid, to get to Clive.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish.
I say this only because of a few different moments we get from her.
Safe.
She is so down bad for Joshua, and I feel so bad for her.
You have my word.
Sorry, just checking something.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Let's find our friends.
And that feels like a good stopping point. Probably do all these side quests before we come back next time. And we are getting very close to Rising Tide, which is making me think we will possibly, if we do play it on stream, it probably won't be on this file. So I don't know. I'm going to discuss that with the others, and we'll figure out how we're going to do that. In the meantime, folks, be well, take care of yourselves, and have a good night.